everyone, welcome back to Myra Lorraine, my YouTube channel, and thank you all so very much for continuing to join me while I record what I do in my sewing room. I really appreciate it more than you guys will ever know, and I'm so happy that I came back. Now, last Saturday, I believe I posted my first, I think it was my first mini fabric haul. You guys seem to really love me doing fabric hauls. So I tell you, I will start doing fabric hauls whenever I purchase fabric because you guys really liked it. So right now, I'm not planning on buying anymore because I'll post it up here, but my shelf in this room looks like this right now. And I have a whole new shelf of fabric that I put in another closet. I had to buy a shelving unit and I have fabric in there too. So I'm pretty covered in fabric for right now, but you never know. As we sewers do, I might end up buying some more. So with that said, yes, I'm gonna start doing fabric hauls whenever I purchase multiples of fabric, you know, 2 or more, maybe even 1, who knows. I just will show them to you guys. Now, that's not what this video is about. This video is about what I was working on the last time I talked to you guys, which was some cargo shorts for my husband. As I mentioned, he, as well as I, lost most of our summer clothes. And all of his cargo shorts and his dress shorts were made by me. So those will all have to be remade. And the reason I say have to be remade is because once I started making shorts for him the very first time, and I believe I was really getting into it when they used to have the hashtag Sew Man Pants that was led by the beautiful Vivian of Stitches and Seams, I believe it was her channel. And oh, I miss her and I miss that challenge. But I really got into it with that because my husband, like me, has some differences that have to be done on each of the patterns. Like my husband, he needs a flat seat adjustment on any pants that I make for him. And he also has to have a forward shoulder adjustment, which I do on his patterns so that when he's not here, I can go ahead and make them without trying to refit them because I've already made those changes on his patterns. So this particular one was the Wardrobe by Me cargo shorts for men. This is the pattern that I use, and I'll put videos of the cover up when I'm talking about it, but this pattern is a T&T for him, and I made not only his cargo casual shorts, but I also made his dress shorts, and I'll tell you how I distinguish the two between them because they show them here. Actually, they show them here. I'll show you right here. But here are the dress shorts. And the difference is they have a welt pocket here. They do have a welt pocket on the casual ones, but that's not what I did. I do this for his dress shorts. But for his casual shorts, I do something a little bit different for those. So I'm going to bring them up here and show you what they look like. I did these in, it is a olive green, I think it's called the dark green twill. And it's from Nick of Time Fabrics. Yes, I was looking at my bulletin board because I had it posted up there. But it is, and it's looking pretty true to color. But these are the shorts. That's the front. And this is the back. And as you see, he has pockets, but they're just some plain square pockets like you normally see on, nothing fancy. Well, he likes that, and it saves me some time because the welt pockets take a lot more time than these patch pockets actually on the back here. But he just absolutely, he never really uses the patch pockets in the back. He used to before I made him cargo pants because now he stuffs everything in his cargo. And I used to do the, what do you call it? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't. It's the edge around the bottom. I can't think of it right now, and I'll put it on the screen if I can remember what it was. But I used to do that around the edge here of his cargo pockets to make it expand a little. But he said that wasn't necessary, and it created extra bulk with them sticking out. And he much preferred it the original way that they do it with Wardrobe by Me on the pattern. So I started doing that, and to be honest with you, I like doing the pockets like this better, because that little piece that goes around the edge of those, it takes some time to maneuver that around the corner. So I'm happy that he wanted it this way. But anyways, these are the pants. Now I'm going to go through and tell you some of the things I did. I love the way, let me see if I can turn these inside out. I love the way they do their pockets on here, and these pants are relatively easy to make. They are so nice and easy. But usually I have some kind of colorful lining in the pockets, especially with mine, because I love colorful linings. But I didn't in this one because this is all I had. But I use black, but I love the way their insides look so neat, the way it's put together. It just turns out really, really well. And most of the times I will do bias binding around the edge here and then stitch it down. But these, and because I'm in a hurry trying to get him a lot of things done, I'm doing bare bones, but trying to keep it neat inside, but bare bones. So I didn't do the bias bindings, and I probably won't for a while. He's going to be the only person to see them on the inside, he and I, so it's no big deal with that. Now the other thing I'm going to go through is show you some of the changes, because these changes I had done on his original pattern that I lost. So when I reprinted the pattern, I had to do the adjustments again. Now with this flat seat adjustment, the first thing I had to do was this pattern here, which is the back piece. And I had cut off quite a bit. Actually, I had cut off that much. And we tried the first muslin on him, and it was way too tight in his crotch area. I mean, it pulled right up his backside, right up there. So I had to add it back, and I added this little bit back, which was still short of where it was. But then what I did, because the waist was too wide, I added some of it in here, in this area right here. I just kind of came out, and I did the exact same thing with the waistband. I gave it more room so that it would fit him nicely, and that extra room will prevent him when he has them on. This was pulling kind of tight around, just around this section here. So I said that's what I would do to ease in that way, so that he still gets a good fit. Now on both pair, on this back piece, continuing on this back piece here, what I had to do was, because the muslin he tried on was a little bit shorter than he wanted. So what I did was I added a 2-inch, extra 2-inch hem, and I only hemmed it up, and I'll show you, 1 inch right here. So I only hemmed it 1 inch, if you can see there. And I did the same thing, because of course you have to do the same thing on the front piece as well. And I did the same thing on the front piece. Now the other change that I made to his pants were his pockets, because my husband doesn't like for his phone or anything to slip out of his pockets. And pockets mostly on the patterns are made not very deep. So I immediately went in and added 3 inches to both pocket pieces. The actual pocket and the pocket facing, so that they were deep enough. And that's what you see here. Now the problem with that, you have to be careful, because I ran into this when I was making his first pants years ago, is because I extended that, these pockets go on first, and you're putting all this together first. And if you're not careful, when you sew that cargo pocket on, can you see that right there, the cargo pocket stitchings? You will stitch right through that, and that would be a problem. Ask me how I know. I did it. Yeah, I did. So this time what I did was I pinned them up out of the way to ensure that wouldn't happen again, because who likes pulling out the trusty seam ripper and having to go through that again, especially with someone like me who's trying to rush through and get all these clothes made up. Okay, so that's it for the change. I'm going to show you some pictures of my husband, how the fit is on him. The fit is perfect. He loves it as is. So now I can use this pattern and go ahead and make his things and won't have to worry about him coming home to try them on. I can go ahead and finish them because I know they will fit him. I also took a picture of a pair of the ready-to-wear that he bought, so you can see the difference in the seat. And this is actually a good pair of ready-to-wear that we bought him, and they still don't have the fit like the one that I made him. But the majority of ones that we bought were much bigger than this in the seat. I guess maybe they're made for people who have more of a curve in their backside, which my husband does not. So these pants that you're seeing right now that are side by side with the ones I made and the one he bought is not a real good example, but we don't have any of those old ones that used to look really bad that I'm trying to explain to you about. But anyway, you can see here that there is a difference in the fit, and once he saw that, he didn't want to wear those shorts anymore. He wanted them to fit him. And I can understand why. I mean, all of us, that's why we sew. We want it to fit us properly. So that's it for my husband's pants. And when I make something different, because sometimes, like, I'm going to make him some dress pants, but sometimes I like to do different things with them, add different details or something like that, and switch it up. When I do that, I'll bring them in so that you can see the differences that I've done to them. So I won't bore you with too many of, 3, 4, 5 pair of cargo pants. But and the other thing, on the other front, I have a project, I have 2 projects sitting here on Sally 1 and Sally 2. It's done and they're ready to go. And boy, am I excited about that. But that was the project during my fabric haul that I told you I couldn't tell you much about. It's done and it's ready to go, but I have to post it first somewhere else. And then it will be coming up to you next Saturday, actually. It'll be coming to you next Saturday. But I have some more things that I'm working on now since that's done and my husband's cargo shorts are done. I have made 3 pair, I think 3 or 4 different t-shirts for him already. I don't have pictures of them because I just make his stuff and get him on his way so I can do mine. But after this project right here that you can't see comes up next Saturday, I'm currently working on something because I'm going out to dinner with some friends Friday, which is, today is Thursday when I'm doing this, and you'll see this video Saturday, which will be, let's see, today is Thursday the 10th, so Friday 11th. I'm going to dinner, I'll take pictures, and then Saturday the 11th, you'll see this video that I'm recording right now. And then the project I'm working on for dinner is these 2 pieces of fabric here. These are leftovers because I have something more to do with both of these. But next week, you'll be seeing these projects, the next Saturday after. I am so confused myself. I am so sorry, you guys, but we have this video, which is my husband's cargo shorts. We have that project coming up next Saturday, which is one that I'm really excited for you guys to see. And this project is the following Saturday. So they'll all be out there waiting for you guys to see. Now I'm starting to ramble and it's not making sense. With that said, you guys, I'm going to get out of here right now. And as always, leave comments down below, as I mentioned before, and I will answer. You know I love talking to you guys. And I'll see you in my next video. So stay blessed. Bye now.